Hey FlatsClass fans, Captain CA here, and today we've got a rain delay, so I figured I'd do a quick YouTube video for you all. It's been challenging weather here, honestly. This has been a tough summer. Very wet, very windy, and it lends itself to make you make a little bit better bait choices. And one of my favorites is a bait that came out a couple years ago from Z-Man called the Goat. Well, I get that tackle out. Why don't you go watch my buddy Joe Nelms, who was out here about a week ago, catch some fish, and we'll talk about why we choose the Z-Man Goat to get it done. This episode of FlatsClass YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring. Drop it. It's a little too high. It's just a little too high for him. I don't see him anymore, huh? Tougher. He looks like he got it. For a second, he's still looking for it. He's still looking for it. Took off. Great shot. Nice red. Good shot. Black and blue turned out to be a little bit better color for us. They react a little bit better. We were started off with a fire crawl, but we got so many turn downs. We did get one drum, as I'll put right here in the corner of this shot, but black and blue much better, much better. Let me go close the distance on this guy. We'll be right back. He's gonna be well over 30. Big 30. Good fish. Solid fish. Like a blue goat. Turned out to be 34 inches. 34 on the goat. That color right there. Oh yeah. Be off like a shot, probably.
He's chilling out.
Water's still cool enough for him to do okay. Catch him this early. It's perfect. There he goes. Nicely done.
Bingo. Shake and bake.
That was quick. Black and blue is definitely the deal. Apologize for the wind. Oh. Nice fish. Probably low to mid 30s on this one too. I'm gonna pull down. Power pull buttons. Get down there and give you a hand. Had to place that. Whoa. That goat got torn up.
Yes, sir.
32 that time. That's pretty cool. That's, who's complaining?
We're supposed to be increasing.
All right, we're gonna get a nice release. I'll let you release it now. I'm out here with Mr. Joe Nelms that back there behind me, and yesterday we came out for a half day because he got here a little bit early, and we tried throwing spoons and spinner baits, and we're on just after that flip-flop tide, and the water's so low. As you can see, it's just gagged up in here behind me with all kinds of grass, emergent and grass that's just topped off. So the fish get into it, they get wrapped up, and the spinner bait and the spoon just, well, to be quite honest, it's a pain in the ass, a real pain in the ass. So it's like, we're gonna throw the Z-Man goat today. So we started off with fire crawl color. It caught us a drum, but we had a lot of turndowns from the reds. I don't know if it was the time of morning or this particular pond that we're in, but it did not get the reaction we wanted. So we switched to that black and blue. Now, black and blue has not, I don't think we've had a turn down yet on that color. So that color's been fantastic. The problem is Joe here already burned one of the black and blues, and we only have one left, and that's the one on the rod. So when that's done, we're going back to fire crawl. So we might have to make a geographic change as my push pole just fell down. All right, back at it. Here, you can see he got a mullet. I mean, it's a big gar. And they just lay there and wait, and then those mullets swim over their head, and they behave almost like a sawfish down there in the Everglades. Wow. That's predation right there at its finest. Mullet's done. Man, I didn't even see that one. I saw the one you were originally throwing at.
So I threw at that one, the first one. I saw this second one spook. They were together, I guess.
I mean, there's so many hazards in here. You got to play all the grass mat, and then you got to play around all these Odie looking plants here. And he's down in the stink. It might slow him down though. I might be able to crawl up on him, and you might just kind of slide him out gently. There you go. I'm trying to go forward, trying to get over the plant. Reel down to him. There you go. Do I keep the rod up high? Yeah, keep him up high. Alright, I'm gonna get down and see if we can dig him out of this stuff. I see him down here. That's a big fish, dude. That's a big fish.
He's back free.
Alright, I'm just gonna, yeah, he's wrapping himself. He's gonna come around.
Every one of them.
He's actually tied himself up in this plant. His eyes are covered, so he's calm. So I'm just gonna kind of pluck him here real quick. Get him out for you. Yeah, this one here, I'll bet he'll be glad to get away. Oh, yeah. The drum. Whoa! Plenty of drum.
Fire truck.
Black gold here. Plenty of black gold.
Well, then we're in the money.
We're in the money. All right, let's get a little release on this guy.
Come on, big boy.
So here's the two rigging techniques that I've been using the most. I like to use this Snake Locks 1/8 5/0 hook. Gives me a little weight forward, longer cast, gives me a little deeper presentation with the goat bait. And then the other style of rigging I really like is the chin locks, which gives me more of a horizontal fall, if you will. Allows me to pull it a little bit shallower over some of the hydrilla and into some of the feather beds of grass that we're fishing around. In the real sloppy stuff, this is my preferred method. If I've got more open water, then in the Snake Locks becomes the #1 choice for distance and just power fishing with this bait. But we're going to talk a little bit more about it here in a second. So what makes the goat special? Well, the goat body itself is somewhat unique. Because it's popular in the bass market, a lot of guys believe this is a great frog imitator, crayfish imitator. But for inshore saltwater guys like you guys, this is a great shrimp or crab look. And those two paddle tails there, those two boot tails, give this a lot of action. So I can run it across the surface and it'll make a surface signature that will drive fish crazy. Just not redfish, but you'll catch trout on these baits as well. But it does a fantastic job when we have windy conditions, conditions that make it a little bit tougher and you're trying to bring attention to it. Just this bait being pulled through the water and snapped out of the grass every once in a while, those legs give it a lot of noise. If you've got lots of noise, lots of commotion in the water, you bring attention to it and you expand the strike zone. You saw how well Joe did with this. I mean, he did fantastic. And we used two colors. We used Fire Crawl, which is a little brighter than this pumpkin brown orange. And then we used a color called Black and Blue, June bug, if you will, which is really good in turbid or stained water because it silhouettes very well. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed watching Joe snatch some of those pumpkins out of the pond. And if you like what you're seeing here at FlatsClass YouTube, please subscribe, tell your friends. It's my job at FlatsClass to make you a better angler. Until next time, or until this rain stops, I'll be making more of these.